Hello. Welcome to this month's Community Hangout. It's actually the first Community Hangout that we've had for a few months now. So I'm really excited to chat to you all and catch up with you all. Yeah, sorry about the fact that I've been a little bit kind of lax on having these Community Hangout sessions for the past couple of months. It's all been very chaotic and hectic in the best way possible. Like everything's been moving along brilliantly, but it's been one of those where with a mixture of me having COVID and like having a little bit of time where I was like struggling to get out of it and like get my energy back and all this kind of stuff. I then and things just sort of getting very, very busy on the Frontend Mentor side. Like I said, in a very good way. The community hangouts have just sort of fallen to the back. So I'm really, really excited to actually do this again, get chatting to you all and bring it back on a monthly schedule so I can kind of keep on checking in with you all, helping you all out as much as I can and answer questions, keep you all updated about Frontend Mentor and let you know what we've got coming over the hill as well, because we've got some really exciting plans that I can't wait to share with you. And I'm sure a lot of you already know what they are because I've been kind of asking questions, giving surveys, all this kind of stuff in the Slack. But I'm excited to just tell you about them kind of person to person, like on the camera, so to speak. So please do feel free, say hello in the chat. I can already see people in the chat. Jason, Master P, Androka, hello. Great to have you all here. I'd love to hear where you're all coming from. Please do say hi. And also at the end of this, so when we are when I've given you some updates on like what we've been up to and then what we're planning to do, I'm going to have just an AMA, like an Ask Me Anything session, which is what we normally do on these community hangouts. And so just feel free in the chat, just ask as many questions as you want. Anything that you want me to answer, it could be about Frontend Mentor, it could be about your own learning journey, it could be about career advice, anything like that. If I can help you out, I will. I'll do my best to answer your questions. And if I can't help you out at this moment, I'll go off and I'll research and I'll try and help you out as much as I can down the line. So please do feel free. That's kind of more at the end of the hangout, but at the same time, do just start asking questions in the chat, and then we'll get to those in a little bit. So just to give you some updates on kind of what we've been up to since we have, since we've been doing the last community hangout session, there's been a few changes. A lot of this stuff, if you've been reading the monthly review articles that I post, you'll see that a lot of the stuff that we're doing at the moment is more around the kind of refactoring, cleaning up the code base a little bit. We're moving from just a straight up Redux state management setup on the front end to a Redux toolkit setup on the front end, which cleans up so much code, reduces the boilerplate and all this kind of stuff. We're also moving a lot of our components into Storybook as well, which is going to allow us to build up a bit of a kind of component library, and then we'll be able to share those components across projects, which is really going to be useful to kind of use the Frontend Mentor UI and branding and things like that on different projects. One of these projects of which I'm going to be telling you about later, which I'm so excited about. I can't wait to give you an update. So a lot of the stuff that we've been doing lately has been around just improving the code base, making sure that everything sort of looks good from a maintainability perspective before we start to make sort of big changes going forward. Because spend a little bit of time kind of doing it now means that we can actually move faster down the line, which is always a good thing. So kind of refactoring the code base has been a big part of the last couple of months. And it will be sort of that going on. We'll just have those kind of in the background as we're going on as well. It means that in certain instances, new feature development might be a little bit slower to kind of ship and roll out as we go. But it means, like I said, it's sort of having a little bit of pain now so that we can move faster in the future. And yeah, it will all be much better going forward. Another thing that we had, so this was a couple of months ago that we launched it, which was a big change to the platform, is notifications. So with notifications, like you'll see the little bell in the header now. You'll be able to get notifications if someone upvotes your comment or marks it as helpful, or comments on your solution, or replies to a comment, or mentions you. You're going to get notifications now, so that you don't have to rely purely on the email notifications. And you can even turn them off if you want. Like if you want to turn off email notifications to then only have the in-app notifications, then that's doable as well. If you wanted to do that, you can go to settings and then notifications, and then just uncheck all of those, and that will sort of update all of your email preferences. So that's a nice, easy way if you just want to not get as many emails. That's not a problem at all. So notifications, big change on the platform. Really kind of excited about it. It's one of those things that people just like, it's not like a big innovation or anything. People like expect notifications on a platform. Like that's a fairly standard thing. But we took a little while to bring them out. I'm pretty gobsmacked that Frontend Mentor kind of carried on for so long without having in-app notifications. So it feels great to actually have that on the site, and we're all good to go with them. And yeah, we're ready to sort of move forward with notifications. I've got some kind of interesting use cases for notifications going forward. So now, like more recently though, so last month, the major things that we've been working on. So first of all, a feature that we are like so close to putting out there and getting live is the following feature. So lots of people have said on Frontend Mentor, and I've always known that this would be a thing that would be useful. Lots of people have said before that I'd love to be able to follow people on the platform, so that like I can be notified when they submit a solution. So if you know that there's someone on the platform who submits like really great solutions, and you just want to see whenever they post a solution, you want to get a notification saying like this person has posted a solution. So then you can say, oh, cool, I'll go and check out this new solution, read their code, learn some things, chat with them about it, maybe ask them some questions about like why they chose this over this, or why they've gone down this route. It makes it so much easier. So then you don't have to just go and keep on clicking on random people's profiles and then see like, oh yeah, they've submitted a solution recently. So following is going to be great. You'll be able to follow people. We're going to have a new like home feed. So at the moment when you're logged in, if you click on the logo, it takes you to the solutions kind of index page. And the problem with that is that it's just like absolutely everyone's solutions. We filter it by whether they're requesting feedback or whether they're just posting a solution and not asking any questions. But at the same time, I got Juveria asking what's happening here. Juveria, DJ, I see you post under in Slack. This is a community hangout session. We do this. I used to do it every month. For the last 3 months, I've been a little bit more lax on it. So I'm just getting back into the swing of things, doing these community hangout sessions. It just helps me keep updated with you all, answer some of your questions, give you some updates, all this kind of stuff. Hopefully you'll hang around and ask some questions yourself. So yeah, with the following, you'll be able to follow people. We've got this home feed. It will be a much more curated version of the solutions index. So the solutions index, like I was saying, it was just everyone. Whereas your home feed will become a more curated experience. So it's people that you're following. It's the solutions that they're posting. Whenever they comment on a solution as well, that will show up in your feed. So you'll see the person who submitted the solution, and then also the person that you're following, you'll see their comment. And this is really useful because if you follow someone who is really good at giving great feedback on the platform, it means that their feedback, even if it's not on your solution, their feedback on other people's solutions will show up in your home feed. So you can learn so much just by seeing what people like Grace are saying on the platform, and just listening to like their advice, and Raymart as well. Like all of these people, so many people are giving such incredible advice on the platform that by following these people, you'll be able to just learn loads, even without submitting your own solutions and just by reading their comments. You'll also, with following, when you submit a solution for a challenge, you'll automatically start following that challenge as well. This is something that you can easily unfollow a challenge in the hub. There will just be a follow/unfollow button in the hub. But it means that once you submit a solution for a challenge, your home feed will start filling up with solutions that other people have submitted for the same challenge. So it'll be easier to see that just in your home feed. Obviously, every single challenge hub has the solutions tab where you can see kind of solutions for that challenge, but it means that you'll also on the home feed, it will have a bit more of a curated, kind of feed for you, which will be great. In the future, we're also going to be having like tags where you can follow tags. So if you want to kind of learn more about React and you want to see more React solutions showing up in your feed, you'll be able to follow the React tag, and then any solution that gets submitted with a React tag will then show up in your home feed. So that will be a really nice kind of addition as well. And that's something that we're going to be working on kind of fairly soon. So another update, Tommy's saying, looking forward to hearing about the talent search. I'm looking forward to telling you all about it as well. So yeah, the talent search, I'm very excited about that. And I'll get to that just after telling you about the dashboard, which is another thing that's coming soon. The dashboard is going to be a new page. It's going to be accessible. So both the home feed and the dashboard will both be accessible by the little avatar drop down. So when you're logged in and you click it and you get the little drop down, you're going to have a home and a dashboard option in that navigation. And that's like the dashboard is going to become your new central kind of hub for managing everything. So in your profile at the moment, you've got like the My Challenges tab and the Bookmarks tab. Those are both going to move over into the dashboard. And the dashboard is going to be where you can keep track of all of the challenges that you're working on or that you've completed. Keep track of your bookmarks. Also keep track of your network. So the people that are following you or you're following, you'll be able to see all of those numbers. These are all going to be private. It's not going to be like Twitter or something like that, where your followers are going to be like public data on your profile. We're going to keep it private. So only you will know like how many people you're following and how many people are following you. I'm not a huge fan of like the kind of popularity contest of like see how many followers I can get. So that's more just for your records, and you can just like do with it what you will and manage it from your dashboard. And then also in the future, the dashboard is going to be where you can manage your tags. So the tags that you're following. If you're interested in projects that are focused more towards accessibility, you'll be able to follow an accessibility tag. And like I said, with React or Vue or Svelte or anything like this, Angular, then you'll be able to follow those tags and have more of those solutions showing up in your home feed. So now the big piece of news, as Tommy's already mentioned, the big piece of news is the next big offering with Frontend Mentor. And this is where we're going to open up an offering for businesses. So obviously with Frontend Mentor at the moment, it's very much focused on us, like straight to you as developers, helping you build the skills and give you the raw materials with the designs and the assets, and the community where you can talk to each other and help each other improve and learn by giving code reviews to each other and all of this kind of stuff. We're giving you kind of the raw materials to practice and get better with your communication and code reviews and all this kind of thing. But with the talent search, what we're going to do is hopefully, like, the aim is to try and really start connecting you with incredible companies, because obviously the vast majority of people, and we've had kind of the surveys that I've been sending out have been getting over like 500 respondents. We've got like great feedback and information and insights into everyone. And the vast majority of people obviously on Frontend Mentor are looking for a job as a front-end developer, sometimes as a full stack developer. And with with the kind of idea around Frontend Mentor, we've got still so much to do. There's like so many ideas in my head of what I want to do to help improve the feature set on the main platform. But it was also a case of like, okay, so how do we help you as much as possible in your careers? And the big thing that whenever I was like thinking about this and going over this in my head, the biggest thing I was thinking about is like helping you actually get into positions, like helping you like get connected with companies that hopefully like that our aim for bringing in companies on the hiring platform will be to focus on companies that have realistic expectations. They don't hire like for entry-level roles with like 2 to 3 years minimum experience and all this kind of stuff. They're like, if we're hiring an entry-level developer, we know that they've got like 0 to 1 year's experience. We're going to be training them. We're going to be helping them develop. We're going to be mentoring them, all of this kind of stuff, and building you into a developer that's very comfortable on their stack and in their workflow and all of this kind of thing. A lot of companies have very unrealistic expectations, as I'm sure many of you know. So we're going to be trying to find these companies, get them onto the platform, get them using Talent Search. And I haven't even told you what Talent Search is yet, but I'll get to that. But and things like finding companies with sane interview processes that don't use ridiculous kind of whiteboard problem-solving tests for like front-end developers, where it's like, for a front-end developer, obviously you need problem-solving skills, but people go through whiteboarding tests and they haven't even been asked to like just build a UI, which is just insane to me. So we're gonna build out a hiring platform. It's going to be called Frontend Mentor Hiring. And like, I know it's not the most kind of unique name, but at the same time, it does exactly what it says on the tin. And that's why I liked the name Frontend Mentor when I came up with it as well, was like, it does what it says. Like, and I always just like very kind of practical names. So it's going to be a Frontend Mentor hiring platform. Within that platform, over time, our plan will be to evolve it to have multiple offerings for companies. So there could be things like job listings and stuff like this. But our first offering for companies is going to be what we call Talent Search. And Talent Search is going to allow companies to proactively go out into our community and find the best developers that meet their criteria within the community who are available for work. And this kind of available for work is a key part of it. Androka is saying, can I work for Frontend Mentor? I would love it. Like whenever we're hiring for developers, like the Frontend Mentor community is going to be the absolute first port of call for trying to bring in sort of new developers within the company. We've already got Josh Apple Pie Giraffe on the platform. He's already working with us on a contract basis. Like he's still at college now, so he's doing it kind of in his spare time. And so yeah, when it comes to development work, like especially, we will always go to the Frontend Mentor community first. So I mean, fingers crossed, Androka, that would be amazing in the future. So yeah, with the Talent Search, basically as a developer, so for you all as developers on the platform, you will have to opt in to be able to show up in the Talent Search platform. So don't worry, you're not gonna just start receiving like DMs from recruiters left, right, and center if you don't want to. Like, it's going to be an opt-in thing. So in your settings, or actually, we're going to be it's not even going to be in your settings. We're going to have a little icon in the header, like a little suitcase or something, which will have a cross through it by default. So it'll just be right next to the notifications. Sorry, there's a very loud motorbike going past me at this time. Sorry about that. So with the icon, yeah, it's going to be a little suitcase icon right next to the notifications bell. So it's always visible, and it will either have a red cross or a green tick. If it's a green tick, it means that you've opted in and you're saying that you are kind of available for work. Whereas if it's got a red cross, that will be the default state. And that means that you're saying that you're not available for work at the moment for whatever reason. And that means that you won't show up on the hiring platform, which is key. Because like I said, we don't want just anyone on the platform to be getting random messages. Like, it's infuriating on LinkedIn, like getting all of these random messages for jobs that you never want to go for or anything like this. And also jobs that just never meet your skill set. Like, the amount of job kind of recruitment or recruiters messaging me saying like, oh, you'll be perfect for a Java role, like a senior Java developer role. I'm like, I've never touched Java in my life. All I've got is like JavaScript in my profile. So yeah, that kind of stuff is not going to be happening with the hiring platform. We'll also monitor against it as well. You as developers it will be very easy for you to sort of report, like if you get a message from a company or a recruiter or someone like that, and you feel like it's a bit maybe spammy, or they're trying to recruit you for a role where they're like offering experience and not actually paying you any money, or like an unpaid internship or something like that. This is something that we don't want on the Frontend Mentor hiring platform. So we'll make it very easy for you to report anyone like that does come and say that. So then we'll be able to see what's been said, and then potentially just like give them a refund and just say, sorry, we're not the right platform for you, and just focus on the companies that do know what they want, and they are kind of great companies to work for, great companies to kind of get you kind of connected with, and the right companies that are going to train you all up and mentor you and give you the best kind of career start, especially like possible. So talent search, you as a developer, you'll say, I'm available for work on the platform. At that point, you will become kind of eligible to show up in the talent search results on this hiring platform. And with the talent search results, so on the company side, so it's just going to be a search functionality. They'll be able to say, okay, I want a developer with 0 to 1 year's experience. I would like them to be, it's a full-time remote position, but maybe they need to be based in the EU or the US or North America or something like this, or it might just be worldwide remote or anything. And then it might say like, it'd be great if they have some knowledge of React, and they'll have a few more criteria that they can fill in. And then once they hit search, we'll then, because obviously we've got everyone on the platform submitting solutions, giving feedback. That's going to be a big one as well, to sort of show up in the search results, because it will show your communication skills, and it will show how you reason about other people's code by reading their code and giving constructive criticisms and feedback and all of this kind of stuff. It means that a recruiter, like, they hit search, we show them all of the people that meet on the platform that are available for work, that meet their criteria. And then they'll just be able to go through your profiles and say like, oh, this person looks interesting. Oh, these projects, they've done these 2 projects in React. So you can immediately see like, oh, they've got React experience, and I can look through their React code. They have commented on these projects, and these are React projects, and they're kind of critiquing React code. So I'm getting a little insight into their sort of the way that they communicate, the way that they reason about code, all of this kind of stuff. Like for a recruiter, for a hiring manager at a company, this is going to be an incredible way to see developers and have that first contact with a developer. Because at the moment, like, it's a GitHub profile or it's your Stack Overflow or something like this. Whereas with Frontend Mentor, it's going to be like actual live projects with easy to click links and design comparisons and all of this kind of stuff. It's also going to show the comments that you've made on other people's solutions. So it shows your code reviews on other people's. And even if you're going for an entry-level job, if you are like, even if you've not worked professionally before, if you're at the point where you're ready to get a professional job, you're further along than the people at the very beginning of the road who are just signing up to Frontend Mentor and are just starting their newbie challenge, like their first newbie challenge. So you're immediately in a position where you can start giving feedback to them. And it's one of those things that giving feedback to other people, it's not like the most glamorous part of it, because obviously you want to be writing code and like pushing commits and all this kind of stuff. But giving feedback is just an incredible way for yourself to learn, because you learn by teaching others. You learn by just reading other people's code, seeing how other people are submitting these solutions and taking these challenges and all this kind of stuff. But then, so it will boost your own learning even more than if you weren't giving any feedback to anyone. But then also with the recruiters and the hiring managers, it will give them a brilliant insight into your communication skills, your reasoning skills, all of this kind of stuff. So they'll be able to, from the hiring platform, they'll be able to then write you a message. At first, it's just going to ping you an email to your email address that you've got on Frontend Mentor. They will never see your email until you actually decide to reply to them. So they'll just have a little modal that will pop up and say, kind of fill in the details and then write the message. It will ping you an email, and then you can choose to reply or not. In the future, as we evolve it, we'll actually have DMs on the platform where recruiters will be able to like message you, and then they'll show up on your Frontend Mentor profile. It will like have a little message icon in the header, and then you'll be able to reply to them there. It's not going to be with the DMs. You're not going to be able to DM like each other. All of those conversations will just be in the feedback on the solutions, sort of in public. Whereas with the hiring stuff, the companies will be able to DM you. You'll get a little notification. You'll be able to reply back to them and so forth. And then, like I said, in the future, we'll try and keep on building it out with the companies. At that point, we'll talk to these companies and see how we can best help them kind of get exposure for their roles, like their positions and stuff. Because the thing is, with I see Abu's asking, and I will get to the earlier questions as well. But as it's related to this, Fola saying you like the idea. Thank you very much, Fola. I'm excited, very excited about it. Abu's asking, will we be able to connect with recruiters in Slack? So it'll be DMs on the platform. Obviously, like if they are in Slack, because it's free to sign in and all that kind of stuff, and you've got your Slack username on your profile, then you'll be able to message them. But yeah, the DMs will just be like on the platform. So like it's going to be, as much as we can, I think it's probably going to be best to keep recruiters like out of the actual Slack community, unless they're posting good jobs in the jobs channel. But yeah, you can easily get kind of where people just starting DMing each other all over the place, just trying to sort of pitch for jobs and all this kind of thing. So the main communication will just be like on the platform. And Remus is asking kind of how will I find companies for this? So I've built out like a sort of criteria of like the perfect companies that we would like to work with, like size and all this kind of stuff. So typically we're going to start focusing on sort of medium-sized tech companies, like small to medium-sized tech companies. So anywhere between like 50 people to like a few hundred people companies. This is perfect because those companies typically have, like, if it's just a startup, whereas like a couple of people, I mean, like Frontend Mentor, for instance, is just me, Mike, and then Josh working on the front end code, and M helps out with the design exports, and we've got Kevin who works sort of on a contract basis doing the actual designs. Like, we're a very small team, and we've taken sort of Josh on, who never had kind of professional experience, but based on his projects and based on the feedback that he was giving and all this kind of stuff on Frontend Mentor, I was very, very confident to bring him in. So that wasn't a problem at all. But a lot of companies will be a little bit more hesitant, especially small companies. Small companies will tend to hire for like mid-weight roles, but this is typically where you get like companies with unrealistic expectations, where they kind of advertise for a mid-weight, but then they're saying, or they advertise for an entry level, but they're paying an entry-level salary, but their actual job specs are like, you need 2 to 3 years experience and all of this kind of stuff. So we don't want those kind of companies in our list. So it's more kind of slightly more established companies, maybe like 30 to 50 employees at a minimum, up to like a few hundred. And then like those would be the ones that we're targeting and focusing first of all on like the tech industry, because that's the one that I know best. But then we'll sort of branch out as it goes. And it's just going to be a case of me trying to find these companies. So me like getting my sales hat on and going through LinkedIn and pestering those people and trying to sell the Frontend Mentor hiring platform and having conversations and all this kind of stuff. So I'll be trying to bring in as many people as possible just through outreach. I've already got a good sort of a bit of a waiting list forming, which is great. But then also we're going to have a link on the Frontend Mentor homepage, where it's going to say like hire developers. So we'll just say like the Frontend Mentor logo, and it'll say hire developers, and then that will link through to the hiring platform. And then you've obviously got the rest of the stuff like challenges, solutions, resources, all that kind of stuff in the header. So Abby's asking, doesn't Grace work with us? No, Grace is like, she's incredible. She loves Frontend Mentor. She loves what we do. She loves helping people and kind of giving feedback and supporting other people. So she works with Frontend Mentor as a moderator, but just purely as a volunteer, because she loves the concept, she loves the community, she loves helping people. So yeah, like Grace doesn't kind of officially work with us. You never know what might happen in the future. But at the same time, at the moment, no, she's very much sort of just helping out from the sort of good of her heart, and also just she loves mentoring and she loves being in the community, which is absolutely incredible. So this is Alexandru's asking, when will this be implemented? I hadn't actually answered that, so yeah, it's a good time for me to mention that. We are at the moment, it's still like we're in the design phase at the moment. I've been doing testing and wireframing and interviews and stuff like that around it at the moment. So like now we're into the design phase. There's going to be some more testing, like usability testing and all this kind of thing. But then we will move into the development phase. Probably in mid to late November is the most likely time that we're going to move into development phase for this. And the plan will be like, I'm building up a list for kind of a private beta companies list, where these companies will get sort of first access, but it will be very much kind of a private beta. And like hoping that will be, well, the aim will be that's like very early next year, and then the public launch will be sort of a bit earlier. So I'm kind of tentatively putting out sort of late Jan, early Feb, but there's absolutely no, like, I don't want to sort of say it will be out on this date and then us just not ship it. But that's what we're kind of tentatively aiming for at the moment. So early 2022 is when we're going to be looking to get it out there. So super excited about the hiring platform. Like I said, Talent Search is just going to be the first of a range of kind of offerings that we're going to have to help companies connect with our community, whether that's like also adding job listings and this kind of stuff. We'll see. But Talent Search is just going to cut down so much time, because you see junior and entry level positions out there where it's like a 2-day-old job posting and there's like 300 or 400 or 500 applications already. And for a hiring manager, it's so error prone to go through those CVs and resumes and all that kind of stuff. Whereas on Frontend Mentor, you'd just be able to say, okay, we need this criteria, search, and then we'll just say, okay, based on your criteria, these, like, we think that these people are going to be best for you. And then they can go out and proactively go and find you all and contact you all and hire you all. Hopefully, that's the aim. So this is going to be the goal. So that's like kind of last month, and this month. So we're going to be shipping, following, and dashboard. Following we're aiming to do it this week. So following will be first. Dashboard will be a little bit later in the month. Another big thing that we're going to be doing this month that you may have seen me talk about is launching a collaboration project with Scrimba, who I absolutely love as a learning platform, like absolutely incredible learning platform, and also Kevin Powell, who I absolutely love as a content creator, as an educator, as an instructor. The content that he puts out and the clarity with which he explains concepts is just absolutely amazing. So we are collaborating with both Scrimba and Kevin Powell, where we're going to be launching a new challenge later this month. And it's going to be a new category of challenge as well. And some of you might have seen me as this, like posting about it in Slack. It's this kind of space tourism. Like, it's a really cool theme. Like, we've all been working together and chatting about it and kind of working on the design and all this kind of stuff. And we've got this space theme project. And it's actually going to be a whole new like category of projects. So at the moment on the platform, we've got free challenges that are available to everyone. And then we've got premium challenges, which are only available to people like to pro subscribers. And for a while now, I've always wanted to have like another, like a kind of like a trial category whereby we can, every now and then we can launch a challenge. There's essentially a premium challenge, but it's available to everyone. So it's completely free. And it means that people who maybe they can't afford the pro subscription, or maybe they're not quite there yet, or they just want to try it out and see what the difference is between premium and free challenges, that they would then be able to just like use these challenges and for free and go through them and put them in their portfolio and all this kind of stuff. So this is actually what we're doing with this collaboration project, where it's going to be a new category called Free Plus. So it's going to be a Free Plus challenge. And what this means is it's going to be a premium challenge. It's going to be free, but it's essentially going to be a premium challenge. So you're going to get access to the design files that you can download. Within the design files, you're going to have mobile, tablet, and desktop, whereas in the free ones, is only mobile and desktop. So we'll have the tablet layout included as well. Plus, you're going to have like a professional design system within the design file. So you'll see like how it might be done on a more professional level as well. But then also, as part of this project, which is where the collaboration really comes in, is that Kevin Powell is going to be, like Kevin Powell and Scrimba, they're going to be launching a course over there whereby it's going to be a free course on Scrimba. And it's going to be Kevin Powell working through this challenge on Frontend Mentor and kind of showing you how he would build it, showing you all of the crazy fun ways that you're able to build like this project and really kind of build it in a professional way. Like, he'll be using all of the latest, newest sort of CSS tricks, ways of doing things. So it's just going to be a great video, completely free, available for free for everyone, which I love. And hopefully you'll learn loads through it. Like, whether you want to just try and take the challenge yourself and then watch Kevin on Scrimba, or whether you just want to sit there, like watch Kevin code along with him and see how he's doing it, you can kind of choose either way. So that's going to be great. That'll be later this month. We'll be launching that and creating this new Free Plus kind of category. So that would be great. And then obviously we'll be continuing to work on the hiring platform, like the planning talent search and all of this kind of stuff. And then towards the end of the month, if we've got time, like that will take up a good chunk of the month. There's going to be a very, very busy month. But if we've got time, then we'll start working on tags. If not, then it will be into November. We'll make a start on working on tags. And this will be where, like, when you submit a project, you'll be able to say, okay, I used React and styled components, or this and this and this, or like I focused on accessibility or something. So you can put an accessibility tag on it. And then it means that people will be able to follow tags. So like I said earlier, if you want to see more React projects in your new home feed, then it just means that you'll be able to follow the React tag and then they'll show up. And this is also, tags is going to be a crucial part of talent search as well, because when you as a developer say that you're available for work, and you fill in the different fields. So it's going to be a little form that you'll need to fill in that will say, like, I would like remote work or on-site work or maybe hybrid. I'm based in this country, and I've got maybe 0 to 1 year's experience or something like this. And then doing all of this, you're actually, like, as a developer, you're not going to be able to say what your skill set is. So you're not going to be able to say, like, I am a React developer. Instead, what you're going to do is you're going to have to complete some projects using that technology and tag those with React, for example. And then the more React projects you've got within your profile and kind of React solutions that you're commenting on and giving feedback on for React, the higher and higher you'll get in these kind of talent search rankings. So it'll be very much like, so even someone with 10 years experience with JavaScript and all of this kind of stuff,